to my show, Good Vibrations. My name is Phyllis, and I'm a medium. I had a reading this week, and it was an interesting reading. The woman went to a world famous medium, and she had been going to this world famous medium many, many, many times, and basing her decision, her life decisions, on what the medium was telling her. And in this instance, the medium was indicating that a fella that she was in love with was her soulmate, and they were connected. They were twin flames. Went on and on and on about how she was connected to this person, and she was considering moving to waiting for a relationship to solidify with this person. She wanted to leave her current relationship to go with this person. And then for whatever reason, they broke up. But she went many times to this medium, and the medium kept insisting that this person was going to come back. And she contacted me and said to me, I didn't know about her previous reading, and she indicated, what I saw, and I told her that I felt that she was going through a tumultuous time, but she had to dig deep and find what she needed to do within her, to follow her gut. And I think her gut was telling her that this person wasn't going to be there for her. And she got very teary, and she said, I put off many things in my life because this medium told me that this person was going to be there for me. And I said to her something that a lot of mediums or psychics are not going to tell their clients. We read energy. We read the energy at the time of the reading. We can't see into the future. We can mention what we see, hear, and feel, but people forget that there's one major thing that can interfere with a future, and that future is free will. And everybody on this planet has free will. You control your destiny. I remember when my husband passed, and many mediums told my children that there was another child waiting to come through if they desired, and they were content with their families. But some of those mediums kept insisting that child was going to be here. Well, 8 years later, the child's not here. So you have to understand, a medium reads the energy at the time of the reading, and you should never base any decisions on what a medium tells you to do. You should base your decisions on what your gut tells you. You can use it as a guidepost. You could use it as a way to consider different options, but the decision should always come from yourself. We have Terry I from Spring, Texas, USA. I'm ready for you, Terry. Why don't you bring her in?
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Uh,
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I was talking about reading energy, and I read energy. I hear her.
Uh-oh. Okay. I can't hear you anymore.
Oh,
Uh, Cutting in and out.
Dave, can we hear Terry?
I can hear you now.
Okay, we sound good. So Terry, I read energy. If it's behind me, it's parents and grandparents. If it's to the side of me, because I can't see you, it would be a contemporary. That would be a sibling, a spouse, a friend, and God forbid they're in front of you, it's a child. That being said, I am reading an energy behind you, and I want to ask if your mom has passed.
Yes. Yeah, in
Okay.
2011. Yeah.
Okay, so mom is here, and were you
Oh,
close?
wow.
Were you close with your mom?
Uh, I mean, not especially real close, but I mean, I loved her and everything, but
Sure, I understand that, because what she's saying is that was she not demonstrative? Was she a person who was not
no.
very right? And I think what she says, if she could redo in life, what she had to do was to tell you how much you meant to her and how proud she was of you. Do you understand that? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it's making me cry.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
these things do turn emotional. She's indicating that she wasn't the mom that baked chocolate chip cookies, if you know what I mean.
No, no, she hated to cook. She liked to sew. She made all
Yeah,
of our clothes.
yeah. Well,
She
that
burned
was her
canned peas twice that I know of.
well, that was her way of showing love. When she made clothing, every stitch of that clothing was stitched with love. But I do get a feeling that she came from a traumatic background and had difficulty
Yes,
in
she did.
yeah. And I do
Yes,
believe that there was some sort of abuse going back, some kind of generational trauma going back. Does that make sense?
yes, yes, it
Was there
does.
yeah, was there some kind of problem with alcohol?
Oh,
Like maybe
uh,
your
there is,
grandpa yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
uh, I don't know about that.
Okay, what I am
There's a
feeling
current
is
problem with alcohol, but with a
okay, so
sibling,
'cause
but other than that,
that makes sense because she's showing me alcohol. I assumed, again, I'm reading the energy. We're with your mom. I figured because she said she came from a traumatic background, but you have a sibling that is having a problem with alcohol right now.
yes,
And where's the J name?
yes.
Living or dead?
The what? The
J
Janie?
name, J name, Jamie, John, it could be George, that just sound.
Oh,
Where,
that was probably one of. See, I never met her brothers. One of her brothers, James Earl, I
okay.
think his name was. Her brother. She died.
Her
She had two brothers that died very tragically young, and
was
her father died tragically young. I never met my grandfather.
Okay, what I am getting is some kind of accident involving a vehicle. I don't know if it was a car accident, a tractor accident, but I am getting a vehicle accident. I'm also getting, did somebody get electrocuted?
Hmm. Oh gosh, I don't know about that. One was shot. He accidentally shot himself, and
Okay.
one I think had a kidney problem. Had a kidney problem. I don't know about the car accident. There was a helicopter crash. Her sister died in a helicopter crash. Her
Okay,
sister and
so that,
husband.
yeah, I said a vehicle accident at first, and again, I went to car, but yeah, so it would be a vehicle accident, definitely a helicopter crash with, did they hit
Yeah,
electrical
very tragic.
when they
Oh,
came down?
maybe.
Yeah, because what they're showing me is sparks. So I guess to direct me to a helicopter accident. So there's been a lot of tragedy
Yeah.
around the family.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, there has been, and it was her mother that was the abuser too. And I don't know how far that went back generationally, but
Okay. Yeah, but she definitely, what I'm getting is somebody who was wound so tight that she was afraid she'd break if she exposed her feelings. Do you understand that?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I,
Do you
I've tried to make sense of all of that because she did the best she could given what she had, and my dad and she had a great relationship, and he gave her a great life. But to overcome all that and be open, and it would be very difficult, I would think.
do you have a quilt that she made or some kind of a like a something that you have out on display that has like pretty lace on it that she made? Something that was a decorative
Oh my
piece?
gosh, yes, I have her quilt, several of her quilts, and her needlework. I have several pieces of her needlework that I framed. She did
Yeah,
impeccable, beautiful needlework. They were
she
Scandinavian, they were Danish, so I mean, they just
yeah, she's showing me that,
anything you could make with her hands, she could do it.
yeah. Well, she's showing that those are her labors of love. And that if you look at that, she
Yeah,
wants you to the love that she put into it is the love she held for you and your siblings, only she was not
well,
able to show it.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Good, I'm
Hey,
glad.
can you? I do have a question for her.
Sure. Mhm.
Soon after she passed, I was awakened a couple of times with some sounds in my ear that I couldn't really interpret, but I knew it was music. And she played the organ and the piano, and I just want to know if that was her showing me she was playing beautiful music in heaven and was happy.
Absolutely, and music will be her, when you hear a song that reminds you of her, that's a sign that she's around you. I have a book,
Oh,
366 Affirmations and Inspirations to Live By. I would ask you to pick a page number 1 to 366, and let's see if there's a message from mom here.
1 to 366. 255.
255.
Yeah, my dad was a drummer, and they played together in a big band with the horns and the whole bit, and then they played together with each other for
Okay.
events.
Well, it sounds like,
Yeah.
she made up for the home that she came from, but what she tells you is always to choose happiness over being right.
Oh,
Okay?
oh boy. Oh, that hits hard. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
get her message. Do you understand what she's talking about?
Yeah, I like to be right.
Yeah. So she's
And
telling
that makes
you,
me happy. So,
yeah.
but
Well, she
yeah,
says choose happiness over
I'm
being
just
right.
teasing it.
Yeah, like if you're having a problem with one of your siblings and you know that you're right, but you'd rather have the relationship with the sibling or your child or an in-law, choose happiness. Choose keeping the peace
Yeah.
over.
Okay.
And because I do feel that she
Yeah.
came from a very strict background, and I think that's how she was. And did you lose a dog recently or in the last few years?
Not, no, my adult life has been all cats. So it might be. But back when I was little, a little beagle mix named Tippy was our dog.
Okay. Well,
But other than that, I've got a string of cats.
she's indicating that she has your dog with her. So I would think it's the dog.
Oh,
So she wants you to know that she does have that dog with her. And
oh
you
wow.
the dog brings her a lot of comfort. She's showing me that
Yeah.
she's a teacher, and your dad is also on the other side.
Yes.
Is there someone who was in the Army or Navy, somebody who wore a uniform?
Her dad, maybe her dad.
Her dad.
Thor.
They're all showing that the family is together, and
Oh,
she wants you to know that they're all together and she's found the peace that she so needed. I have another call coming in. I'm sorry for your loss, and I hope
oh.
this brought you some peace.
It did. It was wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right,
Bye.
next week. Yeah. Next we have Shelby in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes.
Hi, Shelby. Have you ever had a reading before?
Oh, I have.
Okay. Are you in a car right now?
No, I am in
Oh,
my hotel room for
oh,
I'm just away at work, so I'm in a hotel room.
okay. All right. I don't know. They told me
Yeah.
they said that you were traveling. That's what I saw. So that's why I asked if you were in a car.
Yeah.
But you were traveling,
Oh
so
yeah, no.
there you have it. So Shelby, I'm going to start right away with you with the book. So 366 affirmations and inspirations to live by. Can you pick a page number 1 to 366?
164.
164?
Yes.
164. Okay. I forget what does not serve my best interests. I forgot or forget. I forget what does not serve my best interests. So I want to ask you if I feel spirit, if they're behind you, it's parents or grandparents, could be a godmother or mother-in-law, but I am feeling somebody in the mother section. It's sort of closer to me. And I want to ask if your mom is on the other side.
She is not.
Okay, so then I'm going to go, do you have a mother-in-law or did you have a mother-in-law that's on the other side?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to a godmother, any kind of person, an aunt, somebody that you cared about who was in your mother's generation. It could go as far back as grandma, but I feel like it's closer to me.
Uh
So yeah, go ahead.
no, my grandmother, but on my dad's side passed away. My grandmother on my mom's side she is still living.
She's still living. So thank God you've got all these
Yeah.
people around you. So go to the grandmother on your father's side. It does feel like it's younger. Do you sure you don't have an aunt or a friend of the family in your mother's generation that has
Oh,
passed?
oh my goodness. Yes, 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 yes. My great aunt just died a few months ago. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And were you close with that aunt?
Not really. She lived in a different province, so I didn't really see her much.
Mhm. Okay, and I am also picking up an MA name like Margaret, Mary, Marilyn. Is there anyone with the MA living or dead?
Um, MA. Uh,
MA, like Margaret or Marion, one of those kind of old-fashioned MA names.
not that I can think of. My aunt's name was
Really?
Arlene, but I
Okay, I usually get the A's, but I'm getting an MA.
okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that and maybe you'll think of who it is later. But
Yeah.
I also want to go to next to you and I want to ask if you've lost a male contemporary.
If
Um,
sorry, if I what?
if you lost a male contemporary, like a spouse, a friend, a male, a friend of the family or a sibling.
Yeah, I did actually. The father of my son passed away a little just within this last month.
Okay, so I've got a male contemporary. Somehow I felt like I couldn't say your husband. I don't know if you're married or not, but it did feel like a sort of a spouse, right? So this is the father of your son.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
and is there a name Chris or Christopher associated with him? Chris, Christopher. Uh,
Yes.
okay,
My son's middle name is Christopher. Yeah.
okay, because he's identifying himself with that. Okay, so
Right.
did you have a tumultuous relationship with him?
Yes.
Okay, so this message is actually coming from him, and he's asking you, forget what doesn't serve your best interest. It's all water under the bridge at this point. Do you understand? And he's acknowledging that it was his fault and his errors. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
He asks for your forgiveness. Was he, was he,
I yeah,
yeah, was he a man child? Was he somebody who had never grown up?
kind of.
Because that's what I'm getting from him. Not malicious,
Yeah.
just somebody who
No.
just could not accept responsibility and I am feeling like he promised a lot and never delivered.
Right. Yeah.
How old is your son?
He is 8.
Yeah, and is he having a hard time dealing with his father's passing?
I he doesn't know. So we ended up losing the son when he was little, because of things that were going on, like arguments and stuff. And I think that's what he's talking about, saying it was his fault. Um, so he
Got it.
doesn't know that his father died. Yeah.
Right. Right. But your son is here. Your son is alive and he's
Yes.
well,
Yes,
correct?
he is.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but he lost custody. Was there a drug or alcohol issue going on?
Not while our son was with us. There was after we lost him. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's taking responsibility and he's asking you to forgive him that he says there was a method to the world's madness on why things were the way they were. Did you go through a rocky
Yeah.
period yourself?
I did. Yeah.
You kind of found the light and you ended up finding a road that's better traveled.
For sure. Yeah. That makes sense for me.
Yeah. He wants to indicate that, he'll always have your best interests at heart and he'll do whatever he can from the other side to compensate for what he did here. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Did you light a candle for him?
Um,
Or did you light a candle recently?
I have I have lit candles in the past month.
Yeah, well, he's indicating when you lit the candle, was he newly passed?
He could have been. I don't think his family didn't tell me right away. I think it had been a couple of weeks, so it could have been at that time.
Well, he indicates that, he was around you. Um, He really he stresses that he really did care for you. He loved you. He just
Yeah,
he didn't show it the right way. Do you understand?
I understand. Yeah.
And he's really sorry for whatever his contribution was to all the things you went through.
Yes, I know. And I was sorry to him, and I wish that I could have told him before.
Well, he knows it now. So, if you've lit a candle, sometimes when we speak to them, they're very close to us when we light candles. So, light a candle again. Make sure it's in a safe container.
Mm.
I always make sure that I light them in safe containers and speak to
Yeah.
him because I think, you know, um, he would like you to forget the parts of your life that didn't serve you well. Do you understand?
I do.
And he wants you to put it and are you in a relationship now?
I am. Yeah.
He would like to, tell you that he's really happy and do you have your son back?
I No, I don't.
Do you get to see your son?
No,
Are you trying to see your son?
there's no option. Like when custody was taken, it was permanent, so there's no option.
Okay. I
Yeah.
guess what he's saying is, it's new beginnings, that your son is safe. He's letting you know that he's safe and happy,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and he wants you to put the past behind you
Yeah.
and move forward. Um Is there also a George in living or dead? George or John, living or dead?
Um, I mean, it could be far back, but not that I can think of.
Okay, and did you get a tattoo recently?
Um,
Have a tattoo
n- I,
commemorate
the last tattoo I got would have been a couple years ago, but I was going to go this past weekend and get a
Oh,
tattoo, actually.
okay. Alright, and is it specific to, his memory or your son or something? Because he's indicating that he's on board with the tattoo.
Yes, it was going to be regarding, yeah, my son.
And were you thinking of some or do you have something with a ladybug or an insect? A tattoo with some
I
sort of
have a
an yeah.
Yes, I have a butterfly. Yeah.
A butterfly, okay. Yeah, because he showed me whimsical, so ladybug for me is whimsical. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he loves your tattoos and, coulda, woulda, shoulda, in another lifetime, um, things might have been different.
Yeah.
Um, he was found, correct? Like, I don't feel like he was in a hospital. I feel like he was found and he had passed.
Um, well, kind of. He was hit by a car and the car didn't stop or anything, is what his family told me. So it would make sense, kind of. Yeah.
Stating that he was gone, but he was found. Like, in other words, he wasn't with anybody, and,
Right.
he showed me in a bed, but obviously it was, not. But he did say it was sudden, and, I asked him if it was his heart, and he didn't answer. He just showed me that he was found, and he was gone
Yeah.
already. So he'd like you to know he did not suffer. He was well out of his body. Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm
And
glad he didn't suffer.
yeah, he didn't. And I do also have a D name like Daryl, Derek, Daniel. Is there a Daryl?
I
Yeah, go ahead.
there Yeah, no, my great uncle's name was Daryl.
And he's on the other side?
He is.
Was there somebody in the Navy?
Yes, my two great grandfathers both were yeah, they were.
Yeah, because I see, I don't, are you from Canada?
Yes.
Yeah. I honestly don't even know if there's a Canadian Navy. I'm ashamed to admit. I mean, I
No,
know
there
that,
is. There is.
yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah,
I've never
it's
really thought about it.
no.
But they showed, and I don't know what they wear. Like a lot of times when I do Canadian people, I'll get the Mountie uniform, but they show me white, like sailor suits. So they
Right.
want you to know that they're around you, and they also indicate that you have the determination. You come from sturdy stock, and they don't want you to forget that you have the blood and bones of your ancestors who were survivors, and they want you to remember that. Okay? So when you
Yes.
feel overwhelmed, they want you to remember where you came from and who you come from. And
Right.
every decision you've made is a testimony to your determination to improve your life. And they want you aware that they're watching.
Yeah, I definitely try to always remember.
Okay. Well, Shelby, good luck. And I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, folks, when you go for a mediumship reading, understand that a medium is reading energy, and that energy is at that moment, and it may not be the same energy a little bit later. You can reach me by my website www.ladyphyllis.com. You can book a private with me. You can book a group session. Makes a great holiday gift. We've got holidays beginning to come up if you're planning. I just did a group reading. It was three sisters in three different parts of the country, and they all were on a Zoom, and I was able to read each of them. You can also catch me on TikTok. I do TikTok live in the evening, 6 o'clock New York time. And don't forget, I do have a class starting in November. If you're interested, look up my website, sign up for the class. Understand that all this is an ability, and anybody can do this. You can learn to read the symbols and signs that are all around us. So you've been getting signs all along. So the next time you see a number combination that seems odd or out of place, or you see a colorful bird in a bunch of sparrows, or a strange bird. For me, it's owls. I had never seen an owl, and then all of a sudden, I saw an owl on my property, and I knew right away that was my husband sending me a sign that he knew what was going on in my life. So watch for those signs, and always remember you're never alone. Your loved ones are nearby and listening. All you have to do is talk to them. So I'll see you next week. It was fun, and enjoy the last of the summer if you're on the northern part of the hemisphere, or the winter if you're on the southern part of the hemisphere. Bye bye, everyone.